God is undeniably real. Imagine standing on a beach at sunrise. The sky is painted with streaks of orange and purple, and the waves crash rhythmically against the shore. It's breathtaking. Yet no matter how beautiful the scene, you can't shake the feeling that there's something more, something just beyond your understanding. This thought, this quiet pull, is universal. It's the part of us that craves answers to life's biggest questions. Why are we here? What is the meaning of all this? Is there a God? And if there is, how does that change everything? For me, this moment came when I was at my lowest. I was caught in a cycle of doubt, overwhelmed by the dualities of life, light and dark, good and evil, faith and skepticism. It felt like I was stuck between two worlds. And not to mention, at the same point in my life, I had just woken up from a 3-month coma with a big hole in the center of my throat from a tracheotomy, with no ability to speak and no strength left in my body. But in that stillness, I realized something profound. Every paradox, every contradiction we experience isn't a sign of confusion. It's a clue that there is a bigger picture, a reality we're all a part of, even if we can't fully comprehend it. Before we get started, what's up? My name's Nick Jackson, and my channel is here to give you insights into philosophy, psychology, conspiracy, and spirituality. If any of those topics are interesting to you, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video. It really helps me in the algorithm. If you have a thought or insight about anything we discuss, start a conversation in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Let's dive in. At the heart of today's video is this idea: God is undeniably real. Whether you believe in God as a religious figure, as the universe itself, or as higher states of consciousness, the truth is woven into every aspect of existence. Albert Einstein once said, "The more I study science, the more I believe in God." Even one of the greatest scientific minds couldn't ignore the divine order that governs the chaos of the universe. Science, ironically, has done more to confirm God's existence than disprove it. The fine-tuning of the universe is a mathematical marvel. If the gravitational constant were even slightly different, life as we know it wouldn't exist. The odds of this happening by chance are so astronomically low that even the most skeptical scientists call it the anthropic principle, acknowledging that the universe seems tailored for us. But here's where it gets fascinating. States of consciousness reveal even more about the divine. Think about your mind. How is it that we can dream, create, love, and perceive? Neuroscience can map brain activity, but still can't explain why we're aware of ourselves. Some spiritual thinkers believe consciousness is the fingerprint of God, the part of us that connects us to something greater. And what about paradoxes? Life itself is full of them. Birth and death, light and darkness, success and failure. These opposites aren't enemies, they're necessary counterparts. You can't understand the beauty of joy without experiencing sadness. You can't appreciate love without seeing hate. The ancient Taoists called this yin and yang, the balance of light. Even the Bible acknowledges this duality. To everything, there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Take the ultimate paradox: God versus anti-God, good versus evil, Lucifer versus Christ. Every religion has a version of this story. Whether it's Zoroastrianism, Ahura Mazda, and Angra Mainyu, or the Hindu concept of Dharma versus Adharma, it's the battle between forces that shape our reality. But here's the kicker: without darkness, light loses its meaning. Without trials, triumphs would feel hollow. This brings us to the tension between religion and spirituality. Religion often provides structure, tradition, and community. Spirituality, on the other hand, is deeply personal and fluid. They seem like opposites, but they're two sides of the same coin. One offers the framework, the other provides the connection. As Rumi, the Sufi poet, said, The truth was a mirror in the hands of God. It fell and it broke into pieces. Everyone took a piece, and they looked at it and thought they had the truth. Death and life, faith and unfaith, belief and skepticism. All these dualities are necessary. They push us to question, to grow, and to seek. And while we may never find definitive answers, the journey itself transforms us. Now let's talk about angels, demons, aliens, and ghosts. Are they real? Are they symbols? Or are they something else entirely? Every culture throughout history has documented encounters with beings beyond human comprehension. From the angels in Christian scripture to the jinn in Islam, the common thread is undeniable. There's more to existence than what meets the eye. Even in modern times, the UFO phenomenon has captured the world's attention. Former US intelligence officials have confirmed the existence of unexplained aerial phenomena. Are they aliens, interdimensional beings, or could they be another manifestation of divine creation? The lines between spiritual and physical often blur, and it reminds us how little we truly understand. This brings us to the ultimate duality, love versus hate. At the core of every human experience lies this choice. Love elevates, hate destroys. Mother Teresa once said, "If you judge people, you have no time to love them." And science backs this up. Practicing love and kindness increases oxytocin levels, reduces stress, and improves overall well-being. Now let's address the elephant in the room. The differences between religions. Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Buddhism, and even science are telling the same story. The creation myths, the moral teachings, the search for enlightenment or truth, they all point to the same origin. The only difference lies in the conclusions each tradition draws. And one other thing, ancient mythology ties into all of these religions as well. Instead of letting these differences divide us, what if we embrace them as different languages trying to describe the same reality? Choose the belief system that aligns with your values and let others do the same. As Mahatma Gandhi said, truth is one, paths are many. Finally, let's talk about science and atheism. While they often position themselves as opponents to spirituality, they're really just attempts to understand the divine in a different way. Atheism isn't the absence of belief, it's the belief that what we see is all there is. But here's the irony. Science continues to reveal the incredible complexity and design of the universe. Design that many argue points directly to God. So where does this leave us? With a choice. A choice to seek meaning, to embrace the dualities of life, and to live with purpose. Faith isn't blind belief, it's the courage to keep searching even when the answers aren't clear. Here's the thing, we're all searching for something, whether we realize it or not. Some of us seek meaning through relationships, careers, or even distractions like social media and entertainment. But if the real search isn't external, what if it's about finding the divine within ourselves? The great psychologist Carl Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." Our ability to reflect, to dig deep into our minds and souls, might be the most spiritual act of all. This journey inward is how we begin to align with the higher truths of existence. And yet this search often makes us uncomfortable. Facing the unknown, whether in ourselves or the universe, can be terrifying. This is where faith, however you define it, becomes critical. Faith is not just about religion, it's about belief that your efforts have meaning, that life's struggles have purpose, and that the path ahead, though uncertain, is worth walking. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and the author of A Man's Search for Meaning, wrote, "Those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how." Faith gives us that why. It propels us forward when everything else seems to hold us back. Consider this. The world is filled with contradictions. They all work together to create balance. Without conflict, there would be no resolution. Without suffering, there would be no growth. Even the stars are born from chaos, exploding into existence after collapsing under their own gravity. It's the same with us. Our most difficult moments, the heartbreaks, the failures, the doubts, are the things that shape us into who we were meant to become. In these moments, we're given a choice: to let life break us or to rise stronger than before. This duality extends to our interactions with others. Think of the divisiveness we see in the world today. People split up by politics, religion, ideologies. But what if we reframe this division as an opportunity? Instead of seeing differences as a threat, we could see them as a chance to learn. The philosopher Baruch Spinoza said, "Peace is not the absence of war, it is a virtue, a state of mind, a disposition for benevolence, confidence, and justice." When we engage with others from a place of love and curiosity, rather than fear and judgment, we step closer to that peace. Lastly, let's circle back to the idea that all religions, mythology, and even science are true in their own way. Each one is an attempt to understand this same mystery, the origin and purpose of life. They're like maps drawn from different perspectives. Some maps focus on the heart, like Christianity and Islam, while others focus on the mind, like Buddhism and science. But a map is only useful if you use it to explore. The path you choose is less important than the journey itself. The key is to walk it with open eyes, an open heart, and a willingness to embrace both the known and the unknown. In doing so, you'll discover that the truth isn't something you find, it's something you become. Remember, the paradoxes, mysteries, and contradictions of life aren't obstacles, they're invitations. Invitations to grow, to love, and to connect with something greater than ourselves. If this video resonated with you, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep learning, keep growing, and keep questioning together. Until next time, take care and stay curious. Peace.